seeing a lot more friction against Libra than originally I had anticipated. I think people are unfamiliar with the cryptocurrency space, and there's been like a lot of distrust of the Facebook platform just by virtue of Zuckerberg testifying before Congress and in Europe. And we hear the difficulties that Facebook had with losing passwords, and that they may or may not have been involved in the last elections, Russia tampering, and there's just a lot of discussion about Facebook in a negative light. So I think many people feel like Facebook's introduction of Libra is more of, instead of offering some sort of innovation, it's more of an exercise in like stuffing this down the users' throats, because people feel very much out of control of their content. And they upload their content, which brings people to Facebook. And in exchange for doing so, they essentially lose their rights to these photos. And in addition to that, they also are fed with a relentless barrage of advertisements. So I really think that Facebook will be around for a while, but within the crypto space, there's a lot of microblogging platforms that offer many of the same benefits that Facebook does in terms of speed and accessibility, but at the same time offers, in many cases, incentives in the form of Uptrend and Publish, 0x, and Steemit for bringing this content to the platform. So whether it's in the form of a staking reward or in the form of some sort of curation reward for identifying good content or writing good content, or however you contribute to the community. But Facebook is definitely seeing a backlash. You see Maxine Waters and a number of prominent politicians that are trying to stop this. I mean, certainly they're in cahoots with a lot of banking interests, so they really have nothing to gain there. And even to this day, major banks, last one I heard was Wells Fargo, is shutting down accounts for people that buy through Coinbase or any of these legitimate or agencies through which you can completely legally purchase cryptocurrencies. So there's a lot of friction there, and I think that that's leading to people dragging their feet on the Libra front. And I don't see a whole lot that Facebook has to gain in the short term from Libra, but certainly if it does get the traction that Zuckerberg is hoping, then yeah, the ATMs and hitting markets where it's the banking situation is difficult and they don't have the experience and exposure to cryptocurrencies, then it could pay handsomely as people start to migrate away from Facebook in favor of Snapchat and other platforms. Well, they still do have ownership of Instagram, so they've made a savvy move in regard to that. So they do have still a good number of young people that are on a platform that they own. Less and less people use Facebook itself, and the people that do use it are older and increasingly outside of the United States. So I believe that Libra will ultimately kick in, but maybe not to the fanfare that people at Facebook and specifically Zuckerberg quite had hoped.